I want to talk about Bloodborne's health recovery system and the concept of encouraging a playstyle. Now, the creators have said that the reason why they introduced this ability to regain less health after you've taken damage was in order to encourage players to take a more aggressive playstyle in their game after seeing many people play conservatively and hide behind shields in the previous Souls games. Now, I'm fine with encouraging aggressive playstyles, because aggressively can be fun. See 2016's Doom for the only proof you need. However, claiming that the health regen system in Bloodborne encourages aggressive play is wrong, because it doesn't encourage aggressive play, it encourages risky play. Here's what I'm saying. If you've played any of these games for any amount of minutes, you've learned that the combat mechanics heavily favor the enemies. If you were to attack an enemy at a time of your choosing, chances are they're going to hit you at the same time, and they're going to do much more damage to you than you will to them, which is why everybody has played conservatively and hidden behind shields, because they know that the best way to play these games is to figure out an enemy's attack patterns and strike when there's an opening. And this playstyle works for every enemy because this playstyle is dictated by every enemy. Meaning that these games and their whole combat system are completely controlled by the enemy's AI. The players never get a say of how each battles go. It's see how the enemies act and then react. This was an issue that I had with Fury, but I might talk about that game later. And that's perfectly fine. And it's probably a great way to play. However, Bloodborne doesn't want you to play like this. See, when you take damage, you're now at lower health, and they say they want you to attack and jump back into battle to gain that health back. However, we all know that doing so will increase the chances of getting killed. And getting killed is immediately and obviously a much worse situation than just losing a bit of health. But if you were to stay back and apply some health vials to yourselves, then you gain that health back and you're still in the fight. See, health is the amount of mistakes a game allows you to have. And as I've said in a previous video, Bloodborne never really gives you any more mistakes to make. But when you take damage and the game says, hey, go try to recover it, they're saying, hey, go do something that's probably going to end up as a mistake. Go make more mistakes. Rather than, hey, hang back and recover that mistake. This is especially egregious during the bosses, whereas every single boss in all of these games involves wait for them to attack and leave an opening so that you can hit them. And if you get hit by a boss, trying to hit them immediately usually means you're going to get hit again by the boss, which means that you die. It might be a better system if hitting enemies always recovered your health. That way, players will never feel pressured to hang back and use health vials to recover and then have to grind health vials. As you can get beaten down to that very last hit point, but then as long as you're not getting hit, you can gain all that health back without that stupid timer saying, no, you have to rush in and attack them now. But you're saying, but Bloodborne, the boss is in the middle of that super long combo, and then you lose all that health that you're never getting back. Because again, these games hate you. A system I think that does this well is from Neo, which I will definitely talk about later, and how you can regenerate ki, or the game's stamina, with the ki pull system, whereas you press a button after a certain amount of time has passed after you've completed a combo. Now this rewards an aggressive playstyle because one, it's only a thing if you're playing aggressively. You don't get to recover ki unless you use ki, and the only way to use ki is for the player to use it. So this whole system is player directed. The player gets to choose how much ki they use, and then the player has the option of gaining so much of it back immediately without having to wait for the enemy to give them an opening. The game even makes it so that you can recover ki while dodging, if you have enough points. Plus, that game is also very player focused, Many of the enemies in the game can be utterly destroyed by the player's attacks, which really makes you feel much more powerful as you can combo them to death and they can't break out of combo and just smack you like every enemy in Bloodborne. I don't hate these games. I just demand better.